Look at him. He's got a grin on his face. He wants to do it. Is this the point that he's going to make it? Here it goes. He takes the stake. He does miss. He's going back for it now. His team's up there. All he has to do is swipe just a couple of times. Can he win this straight? And he does not.
And as you watch, check the points on the right-hand side. Nobody is climbing up by the 12s, and as they did, Llama Record Go gets the control there, but Little Whip contesting them right back. Funky Fresh Tomoya will be back and looking to find it, but the contention is going for the middle. Here's Tomoya, he knows just a second in there, uncontested will be enough. Can he get it?
Oh,
no, he doesn't have knocked down. The impulse grenade at the second he landed knocks everyone out. No one's in there. Can he find it? And he does. That's it. His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tomoya takes it for the Funky Fighters with some brilliant teamwork.
What an intense endgame, too. Get taken out at 999 points. Really, anything can happen in those final moments.
I'm telling you, I love Sky Station Showdown. Can't wait for more people to start playing. And the Funky Fresh Fighter right there celebrating with his team. You can see them just so excited, so happy. Let's take a look at this final replay. Now, again, we talked about it. The impulse is being a great denial tool. Right there as the player goes down, sent back out, goes in, but misses the jump monster.
He almost had the flashiest ending ever. Just kind of diving in and wrapping it all up. But it was just good enough. Like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
And I mean, you saw the impulse explosions the second after going off. The team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down the Funky Fighters. Tomoya, Kutu, Huzi, Dracius, incredibly well done to take the second match of the first set at the Creative Finals.
Yeah, you know what? I am a Funky Fighter rooter and supporter now. I'm rooting for them.
Really?
I can't
really?
do that.
Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won. I'm their fan, but no, great performance coming out from them. And it's one thing we talked about, right? The adaptation that happens from match to match. Llama Record was like, oh, we're gonna stick to our game plan. That didn't work out.
Yeah, really didn't in those end-game situations. They really just kind of crept up and snuck and took the entire competition.
They did, and they were able to make sure that they got time in the middle when Little Whip and that team weren't able to get there. Llama Record and Little Whip was going at it constantly. Funky Fresh were just able to step there.
Yeah, and that's just kind of how it happens, you know? Now they find themselves one step closer to taking the Silver Llama for this set. Because remember, at the end of the day, these are just the games, but they have to take the entire set now. Now the pressure's on.
The pressure is on, but the Funky Fighters have a little bit of pressure off of their shoulders because they know they got that top spot. We have Pookie standing by on the top deck with the Pooks. What do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with our second game winners here. Congratulations, guys, first off and foremost. Now, I got to talk about the moment where you guys were just sitting. You needed 1 point left to win. What was that like?
I was really nervous. Like, I was just imagining, like, losing with 1 point would be terrible. So we just tried to get 1 more point, and we did it. So
it was definitely devastating. I was screaming in my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys as well. So going into the next games, what do you guys think your strategy is going to be? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? Are you gonna mix it up a little bit?
I think doing what we're doing is fine because first game we got second place, second game we won. So yeah, we're gonna try and do the same thing and hopefully win again.
And hopefully have more than a 1 point buffer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Now, just coming over here to you, what has it been like to be here at the Fortnite World Creative Cup, just playing in front of this audience, you know, hearing everybody cheer for you guys to win? What is that like?
It's fun. That's the only thing I can think of. It's fun. To compete with everyone else, meet your teammates, and just have fun.
And have you guys had a chance to play together before? Is this your first time playing together as a team?
I don't hear it, sorry.
Is it your first time playing together as a team?
Yeah, first time.
Well, you guys definitely make it look super easy. Thank you all so much for being here and talking to me. I'm gonna let you get back, get your synergy back together. Sundown and Monster, back to you up the desk.
Thank you so much, Pookie. And the Funky Fresh Fighters, I mean, their game plan has been solid. Second place, first place. Now, I understand why you might want to bandwagon a little bit, but I'm still going to hang out with my Llama Record Co. But I want to talk about the changes we saw from match 1 to match 2 in terms of gameplay. And was it what you expected?
Definitely not what I expected. I thought Gotaga's team was going to come out here and crush it right behind the Fish Bam. But as you can see, huge upsets. Anything can kind of go every which way. And I mean, talk about like kind of beginner's luck or something like that. You just put a team together. They didn't practice. They're just coming out here and wiping players up. So talented players here at the Creative Fighters.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run, but doing incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster. If you can get the Silver Llama there, you're confident in your ability on the World Run, you're set.
Yeah, you're just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at the Sky Station show.
Yeah, it's been very well done from them, but it's still anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the Silver Llama is the one who has accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half. 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner. So you really have to fight till the end, regardless if you're in the lead or not. This is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there, it makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're gonna throw it outside to Bala, because he's gonna show us what's up with the tactics. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the Fan Festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it, and I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second game. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take, cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from two sides, two angles, and the sword approached at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramp, he comes up from the side, slices and dices, but meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at right now where they're at, they're only in second place. Fishfam was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating with the super point there. Guys, 2 matches down on Sky Station Showdown, 1 more to go. We'll see where Monster lands at the end of this, because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons. But as you said, there is 1 more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We will see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games. And it's been so fun to watch the difference in players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pinches end up coming, and now in this 3rd match, it's only going to get better from these guys.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of team work happening here, and why not just hop right into a game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here, because this last game of the set is loading in right now.
Yes, and this will be the final match of this set. Set 1 after this, a Silver Llama will be awarded, and we are in the match. It's Sky Station Showdown, set 1 about to be over, and here we go.
All right, gotta love those players just kind of beelining out. And don't forget, you know exactly who your neighbors are. You know who is to your left and to your right, because you can see the banners and the designs on their spawns. And a nice look at our captains right there.
And right away, you can see a number of teams finding ramp paths where they're able to use their first 5 materials, next 5, Sword does the double jump, boom, right to the top. Chicken Champion, excellently executed.
Yeah, this is what matters right here, is stopping the Funky Fighters, because clearly they have been doing some good work together as a team so far. Tomoya is off to the races here, though, sent to run away. Can the Sunshine Soldiers come back? Can the Cuddle Crew make a big appearance for themselves? Because they can really shake it up here. It can go any which way depending on who has the most victories, really, in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record Go putting shots down towards the spawn. You don't want to peek though, because the hunting rifles will be coming in. The shot just misses Carnifex right there. And he trades back down. Ninja firing it off, but gets pushed out by Raven's Revenge right there.
They're jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe-to-toe. Gotaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, and then I did okay in the last one. They were in fourth, so they were there. They're close. Funky Fighters have a win in a second place. Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny them than it is to push up the top.
Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allowed them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the server do that, you know, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. That's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there as the Ravens Revenge are able to get on the top and in a fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even like Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe-to-toe and Ninja strikes him right down. Oh, but hey, his teammate comes on in. Ravens Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And give you guys a little fun fact about Magma. He's from Australia. He started playing Fortnite Season 2. His favorite aspect of creative mode is actually speedrunning. He finds new ways to kind of play the game.
I mean, good on him, man. I get incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative madness as Scissors cuts through the competition, goes straight up to delay and right back down, coming through, not quite able to get him. It goes up again, so right now just denying the cuddle through the point. But we talked about how we want to see more from them right now, pushing into the top three.
Yes, the Cuddle Crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game is worth so much. You, at the very least, want to be up in that top 4 contestant so that you can take a little bit more home with you. Here it is, Ninja. Disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. He doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the Siphon.
I was about to say, no Siphon, no materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in the spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ, low key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga. And Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. He knows there's a team up there. Waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now back to Gotaga, who's on the point by himself. He wants to kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Talnok goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he flipped him from the bottom, dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinned from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shots will come out. Trying to find it, and Gracious is coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga, and then just gonna disengage.
It's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down, he gets the Siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here though.
We're seeing a lot more points being scored. There's a little more top-heavy in this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Ravens Revenge and Llama Record go 100 points clear of the rest of the field.
Unfortunately, though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already. And bye-bye, falls down. Lucky for him, no ball damage.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for denying, and in fact, he does say, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him. Sunshine Soldiers having a spot to themselves as well right now. Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but the Impulse are flying overhead. And Gotaga, they've been so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead. But they don't have too much cushion to play with.
Now, particularly when 12 points per second on that central point is open. Gotaga checking his surroundings, no shots coming through, and RTA actually using the door edit, just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody's able to come up and contest him, and just starts raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Ravens Revenge making their lives difficult this game, but up comes Ninja. RTA goes down, Chappie goes down, Ninja gets the slam. Gotaga, will he be able to find the last hit? Ninja intelligently backs away and strafes it out. Teammate picks that one up, and they get control.
Yeah, I love how he played that stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. You don't have your captain there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, and you cannot earn anything from it. Here comes Gotaga. He's thrown himself into the fire, straight into the point there, and he gets taken out. Here it is. Tomaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make a miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves in the running. They're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about caster curses. It might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well. We're going to stick to our game plan.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are evolving, and they're playing a better game after game. Here goes Scissors. He needs one more swipe there, but Clytax wins the small engagement.
And Clytax has been bragging out. He's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, and doing it all with that rare attack. But he's been consistently highest up there in terms of Elam. See Porto trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Kororo. Ryan Grantham comes up the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a three-way battle, but it's 4 chickens saying, this is our Bruce, get out.
That's right, coming right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on, what's it, YouTube for live streaming? 1.1 million viewers, imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Lava Record Company already down there. We've seen this story before as the Funky Fresh Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going off as everyone's like, no, we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Gotaga and crew. They're nearly 300 points clear of the next team. Nobody else is contesting there. The Cuddle crew has not been able to catch up a little bit, but they both just established control in their top zone. And Cuddle crew won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been doing okay in that top 4, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if the Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take the set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can to knock it down. Carnifex challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile kind of position and take here on the point. He goes in, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. It's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh, man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but that was a whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point game as Tomoya gets taken down and the Funky Fighters are still 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you gotta make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the Elim, and control is rested.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So, yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
And this is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms. platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga, oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Raven's revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Kodo Crew still getting points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Kodo Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Raven's revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga.
There it is.
And they got him. They got him the difference now. Look at the Kodo Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right, and now Lackland can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do, and he's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his. Right now, he can take this lead, Sundown.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half second away from each other. The shots are going. Kodo Crew has the lead, though. Will the shot be able to go through? Yes!
Kodo Crew
He can
goes
take it
through.
down. 999!
Oh.
1,000! Gotaga and Raven's revenge in the closest nail biter yet. Edge out the Kodo Crew in 2 teams who we said we wanted to see more. They brought more.
Are you kidding me? The Fish Fam step up and shut it down. Just the fact they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points and lost the lead. They were just a tick ahead. That could have been their game.
I mean, it's just, let's check out the replay. You can see the counter in the top right, but the Fish Fam going up to the at the Ravens' revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that victory run out to be top up there. I mean, I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We, you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of view there, because they had it. They were 1 tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door, 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale, where every single thing that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game. As you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Arthier, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off with, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, these are my guys. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's right. Told you.
Up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
Monster didn't back say Raven's Revenge will win. I've got your back. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How does it feel to be here in the scene, the fans, the roar, and to be chased out by your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy. Really disappointed. We learned from our mistakes. I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all 4 of us. We were just playing straight up there, so we just let it just go in there and just go in there. That's fun. That was
Sam, what's the strategy for you guys? Are you guys waiting for someone else to first?
yeah, we're trying to, really push the Ninjas team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And yeah, we were able to play our game, play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there. And now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over, just brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it, all 4 strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result. And that puts them immediately into contention because it's a cumulative prize point to find out who will take that first Silver Llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
I actually want to touch on something that, you know, was kind of interesting. He called Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like that focused here. He's like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which one. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys, being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers, and I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2. And then you kind of flop game 3, depending on where they went. Their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really, really harmful. But luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable. Not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results, and your set 1 winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first Silver Llama, and there he is throwing it up, and I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
They did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then boom, you get it. But now the Silver Llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win both of them. But such a great job from the Funky Fighters, sticking to their guns, staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2 plays finishes, one of them being a win.
I actually love this right here. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 1 or 2 of those, and this entire creative finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tomoya beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get in the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners, and then they turn around and do that? I was just Showdown?
Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So for him to take what might be one of our, you know, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that Silver Llama. Rounding it out, you have Raven's Revenge in the top 3, Cuddle Crew and Little Whip Warriors both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. Fish Fam, Sunshine Soldiers, I almost got that one, 6th and 7th, and then 8th there are the Chicken Champions. But this is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke, a red light, green light prop hunt version, where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. You will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves, so when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under the guard tower. So it's actually really difficult, and like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game mode. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. This new game builds off the fun of Prop Hunt with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective? Defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to run for the hills, or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also respawn at their home base, and need to start the track all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and gnomes, and enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and breathe their way past. It's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Turn them into dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here as, I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects, and that's just gonna be the name of it. Who can score the most here?
Who can score, and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who's watching the right angles? And it's going to be interesting to see, do they switch up their strategy from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 silver lava. Who will get the second? We now are in to set 2, match 1, and right away you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Haldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there, you can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shotters will.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop him. You want to force stop him. You want to also kind of memorize the map in the lanes.
And right away, you can see as soon as the blinds go down, people go. But the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. Hand of Blood's team, the Llama Wrecker Go, also able to get a 10-pointer and then a 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, there's another 10-pointer. So you already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. He saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by. And these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's Scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still. Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip to other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like Scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air, but great run coming out from Xsandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Benzor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get it. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, kind of hitting the bricks here. And, oh, he hits one of those trapdoors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little tiny springs. They launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can, use them slightly to your advantage. But most of the time, they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now, the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 61 so far.
And this is something important to know, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort. They're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier into card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20%.
That's right, so Clyde upstairs chose a big object. Achin and Zond over here. Coming right into all of the dumpster trash. Clears the artist down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sword out, right?
Yeah.
Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that you can sword out, or you want to find a weird object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars. I'm good. Next thing you know, walk your way up. You can also use running block rotation. If you're using cars, whatever you have to bound to, whether you're playing on iPad, PC, all of them end up stopping Soulful's totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right? When you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there. Pop up Tomoya, nice job. Seeing something out of the ordinary. Notice he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that. So it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points. So don't break away the lead. If the guard tower, you can't you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team has the lead, which generally, because you have 3 times to score, is winning last round, right? Because then it's all about how good you pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens. Very well done for them. Picking up an elim there. But right now, Auto Group already taking the lead away. All three of them sitting at 60, but they're processing. Goes through 2 more dumps to throw themselves into zero.
Because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guardrail. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity to just break away even closer to taking lead. The Chambers can't earn anything either.
That from Vitek right away, finds himself behind the box, and you see his hands like, please.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not right, and then boom, gets the point. Gets a nice little selly going. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Down the strats here. The question is, can our competitors figure it out fast enough with their limited amount of games here? But 20 seconds on the clock, can we get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, turn the dumpster, and get it processed. That was
So good by Stuart 000 because he dodged the springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last one. None of these calls are going to be able to get sorted. Watson gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're going to rotate the guard again.
Yes, so we have some new guys take their place. This is obviously Champions' opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap. The Sunshine Soldiers are now at the bottom lane of the guard tower. The Fish Fam at the top. It is time to mix it up.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now. They are
doing great.
Very close, and on top of that, they're the one with the silver line. As we found, they are so incredibly close to everything they can to push to the top. And you can see they got a lot of points too in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going on, so only 35 points off the field. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody with a 2-point prop at all. 0.
Tamorius and James, he was already spotted out for the stats. He kind of came over to the side. You know what? I kind of gotta wait here. I can't start this because I know he's gonna be hunting for me. That's exactly what he does. He sits it over on the side there. That's how he earns himself enough points. So they're actually very, very good here, and that's why they're so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. I think Amy can't run out. Oh, you do something that's suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, sure. Yeah. What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through. You're the guards, and you want to deny as much as possible. And again, every match is for $55,000 for the winning team. You want that, and that will lead into the Llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors as we see a whole mess of air conditioners going into the water heaters in. It was fantastic for Ravens Revenge, and Llama Record Co. are also climbing their way up the leaderboard, 110 points so far.
Great job for the Llama Record Company. Alex, JJ, Carnifex, Venos, and Hand of Blood. This team is doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top somehow, overtaking the Cuddle Crew, which, by the way, Lackland's team has been showing up here. It's good to see them, you know, catch a little bit of domination here in this Junkyard Juke.
Well, like we said, the Creative Finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have the World Run where it's there. We saw Sky Station Showdown, which shows off building in team tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together, and hitting your shots.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you're in that guard tower, you don't have opportunity to miss. If you let them score, they're going to break free and break away with the lead. Look at Venos here, who's that bullseye, just kind of blending right in.
The archery target, there's a lot of them out there, but you need to be careful because they're slightly harder. And come on.
Uh-oh.
Really?
He's floating up there.
You can see kind of like the look on his face. He's like, there's no way this works. And one other thing to talk about is orientation of your prop. So you notice he actually swapped his camera and pointed in the other direction.
Oh.
Unfortunately, was clipping into the trash bag there. But if you're running forward, your prop faces backwards. So you need to run and then turn, settle yourself. That's the best way. Or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that's a bullet in most circumstances.
I love how aggressive they were at the final moments. The clock was
You gotta go.
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They're like, you know what? We gotta get in here. But that was round 3.